McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with the...
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Titan. Yes, I know this Tennessee Titans season wasn't what we dreamt about, right? We got the first pick. We got Cam Ward. We were excited. We got some receivers. And then 2025 happened. The NFL season came upon us. And man, it is a slow and dreadful season. And we want it to end faster than it actually began. But I want to talk to you guys about something, okay? There is some hope. There is some light down that dark path for the Tennessee Titans, okay, guys? And that is one man and one man alone, and it's our general manager, Mike Borgonzi. Again, Borgonzi is the hold. He's the keeper. He's the one that's going to get us through it all, okay? I've got a couple of little scenarios and ideas and just my thoughts. You know, this 2025 season, like I said before, it's not good. You know, we lost to the Jags 25-3. One of the very, what I call, and people were telling me, just a boring game. The life in Nissan Stadium is slowly sinking. It just there's no energy whatsoever. Nothing to show for, nothing to be excited for Sunday. So, and it's been one of the worst Tennessee Titans football in a very long time. If they do lose against the Jaguars, because they do play the Jags one more time, this will be the first time in Tennessee Titans history since the Titans have been in Nashville that we have not won the division game. Okay? It's been very, very ugly for Tennessee Titan fans. Hard to cheer, hard to watch any videos of Tennessee Titans, anything. Content creators are going nuts, being like, hey, watch this, watch that. I know, I understand. I'm there. I'm right there with you, still sticking with the Tennessee Titans, still making videos regardless of the record, because my fandom just doesn't stop because the Titans are bad, okay? Stick with us. Stick with it. And Mike Borgonzi is, for me, I believe, is the key to our success in the future. Now, it might not be next year. It might not be the year after that. But we eventually will get to a place where we are okay as a fan base and as a team, okay? Where to start, okay? Mike Borgonzi, we'll talk about number one is the draft, right? I know it's like, oh man, why are you talking about the draft already? Well, guess what? The Tennessee Titans are flirting. They are flirting with the number one draft pick again for 2026, okay? Happened last year, and with Borgonzi's rookie draft class now being, the 13th game into the season, you could start to kind of peel back and say, hey, what did he do good in the draft? What did he do good in the free agency? What didn't he do good? Okay? So looking at the rookie class, before looking at the rookie class, let's look at where we stand, right? We're 1-11. We have 4 games left, 5 games left in the NFL season. Doesn't look like we're going to win anything, but there are 2 games, two games that we could possibly maybe win. And I still don't, I still think the Tennessee Titans are not winning a game this season. But if there's a slight chance in hell that we could, these are the 2 teams. We have the Browns, which right now the Browns are 3-9, y'all. 3-9. the last 4 games, I go by points, okay? This is the last 4 games, how much they scored. They had 8 points, they had 24 points, they had 16 points, and 20 points. That 24 points was against the Raiders. As you know, the Tennessee Titans, we're not very good at scoring. We can barely get a drive going. Only team in NFL that haven't scored a touchdown on its first drive, and it's pathetic. We scored 3 points. We scored 10 points. The most we scored was, 23, 24 points this season. Okay, so the Browns, they played the Bears, Bills, Steelers, and Bengals. So regardless, I think, of what happens, even if we beat them, I don't see them winning another game. Okay? They're 3-9. The Saints, okay, is the next team that is very close for that number 1 draft spot. They're 2-10. Okay? They're 2-10. They play the Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons, and Chargers. Now, you think they could win? Who knows? That's everyone, I think, out of the Browns and Saints, I think the Saints are a little bit more favorable. But the problem is, you look at the scores of the past 4 games, they scored 17 points, 10 points, 17, and then 10 again. So regardless of the record, man, you put more than 10 points, you might have a victory against the Titans. So it's sad, okay? So you have those 2 teams, which I still think the Tennessee Titans will end up getting the number 1 draft pick. And then, Borgonzi has his choices of what to do. Now let's look at his rookie class this year, okay? And I think, to be honest, to be fair with you, I don't think it was a bad rookie class. Yes, the numbers aren't the greatest. Obviously, the schedule, not the schedule, but the standings, 1-11 right now, doesn't look pretty. You can't really back that up. But at the same time, this team has too many holes, y'all. Too many holes for an NFL draft class and free agency to just combine and work out. It doesn't work like that, okay? So listen up. You got Cam Ward, right? Cam Ward has been sacked the most sacked quarterback in the NFL with 48 sacks. That tells you about offensive line right there, okay? It's bad. Cam Ward's been with 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,351 yards. Now you would say it's not the greatest number. It's actually very poor numbers. But at the same time, you look at the offensive line. He's a rookie. The team's in rebuilding. It barely has wide receivers to throw to, if you think about it. And we've seen glimpses. We've seen clips. We've seen glimpses of what Cam Ward could do. Now, get him a head coach. And that's where Mike Bazingi, I can't even mess it because I'm so... He's got to do it. He's got to get a head coach that's going to fit for Cam Ward's needs, okay? Leadership is something Borgonzi needs to do. Borgonzi needs to let him deal with the head coaching. I don't want anyone, Chad Brinker, I don't want no one talking to Borgonzi about this. Let him do his thing. Let him be a general manager. Let him go out and get his head coach. Okay? That's very, very important. So you get the number 1 draft pick, then you get a head coach, okay? Someone who understands Borgonzi's philosophy, right? He knows ball. He's the one, probably the only one right now, it looks like it, in the office that actually knows what the hell he's talking about. So let him do that. Okay, going back to Cam Ward. Now, to say hey, Cam Ward's a first-round bust, that's a little bit out of reach. I don't think so yet. You can't just put it all on him just yet. Yes, does he need improvements? Of course, Cam needs improvements. There's a couple of things he needs to adjust his game, but guess what? That comes with time. It comes with rep. Hopefully, with more practice, more stability with the coaching staff, he could get to where we need him. And I hope so. I really hope Cam Ward is the guy. And like I said, we've seen flashes. We've seen games where he uses his feet, his arm, and it looks nice. The best game he's probably had was against the Chargers. And they lost that game. And he looked like he was letting the game slow down. So hopefully we can still have Cam Ward continue to be a positive and win some games. Okay, you have Kevin Winston Jr., which I really liked him. Think he was really good on the defense. Again, a young up-and-comer, someone that you don't realize or how much rookies have played a big part in this year's team. Obviously 1-9, 1-11 shows you, but at the same time, they're getting play, they're getting reps, so it's nice. You got DK. DK is probably one of the biggest surprises. 29 receptions, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he's been a really nice wide receiver, especially coming in after Calvin Ridley got hurt and Aya Maynor got hurt. But at the same time, the kicking return is where he shined the most. Those 2 touchdown returns have been electric, has given life to the offense, and has opened people's eyes. So, DK, I love what he's doing. If he can continue to do that, and plus being a kick returner has his options of he's going to be on the team for a long time. I can't wait to see him excel more. So again, a really big, bright future for him. Gunnar Helm, I really like Gunnar Helm. One thing about Gunnar Helm, I didn't realize how well of a blocker Gunnar Helm is. Again, 36 receptions, 290 yards, 1 touchdown. These are the stats after the Jags game. Like their whole, right now, as of the 2025, after the Jags game, these are their stats. So you could watch this video, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now and completely different. But as of right now, that's what Gunnar Helm has. He leads the team in targets, second consecutive games in a row, which is really nice. Cam is getting used to him. And they're young players. That's the best part. Tight end, quarterback, playing, getting more involved, getting more comfortable, getting that communication going. Hopefully, can't wait to see what else Gunnar Helm has in store for us. Alec Iomaner, 29 receptions, 339 yards, 2 touchdowns. Only problem with him, he got injured in the middle of the season. Hasn't looked too bad, like what I saw with him, want to see more, but he's a young wide receiver who, again, can work with Cam. A few other ones you have, Kale Mullings, who he got hurt before the season started, Jackson Slater, Marcus Harris. These are, again, the draft class itself with all those. It's a solid C+. It's not bad. It's building for the future, and I think I'm excited to see what happens with that. Now let's talk about these up and coming players, because what happens is cap space, right? You talk about cap space. The Titans are $20 million in cap. We're the 5th in the NFL as of today. As of December 1st, 2025, we're the 5th in the NFL. If they release 4 players, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Lloyd Cushenberry, and who's the last one? Tony Pollard. Oh, and Snead. We would save $150 million if we release all 4. Now, most likely, it won't happen. We will be the number 1 team in the NFL with the most cap space. But if they release all 4. Now, with all 4 of these players, they do have contracts, okay? Most of them have 4-year deals. The only one that doesn't have a 4-year deal is Tony Pollard. Now, let me tell you guys, before you guys start jumping on me and saying, like, hey, look, what about, look at these deals. Look what Borgonzi did, and it's not him. This was a Rand Carthon when he was general manager. These were his contract. These were his deals. The ones that were supposed to knock it out of the park, Rand, we didn't knock it out of the park. We barely got it out of second base, okay? Tony Pollard, okay? 150 carries for this year. 582 yards, only 2 touchdowns, okay? He's a 3-year deal with $24 million until, and this was March 2024. Okay, Calvin Ridley. Ooh, yeah, wide receiver. Yeah, we got him. We got an aging wide receiver. It's 31, 17 receptions, 303 receiving yards, 0 touchdowns for 2025. Okay, y'all. He has a 4-year deal. 4-year deal with the Tennessee Titans. So you have Cushenberry, 4-year contract, $50 million over 4 years. Okay, 18 million signing bonus, $26 million guaranteed. Okay, he played 8 games last year. Was placed on IR right before training camp, and he slowly progressed coming back in. But you have these 4 guys, okay? Rand Carthon's deal, like I said before. You knock these guys out, I don't know what the Tennessee Titans are going to do. Who do you think they are going to cut? I think it might be Calvin Ridley. I mean, he's 31, coming off season-ending injury. You know, that's a pretty big injury. I don't know. Tony Pollard, could it be a possibility? Snead, Snead, 4-year contract, $55 million guaranteed money. He just hasn't been the same. He wasn't that guy in like we saw in Kansas City. That's another one there. I'm just like, whatever, just do your thing. You've been taking money from the Tennessee Titans. Apparently, that's what we like to do, is just kind of give money to these players and just watch them steal the money while they just chill. So, I don't know. Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, and Snead and Cushenberry, who do you think they would cut? Do you think they cut all 4? 3, 2, one of them only? Knowing the Titans, who knows? I think Ridley would be probably the one I could see getting cut the most. Tony Pollard's still up for grabs. It really depends on Cushenberry, what happens with him. So I think Calvin Ridley and Snead would be my top 2 pick. I don't think they take all 4. They might take 2. I think those 2 will be it. Let me know, guys. Remember, guys, it's a rough season. Try and enjoy it. If you're going to the game, do something else and talk to your friends. Do tailgating, drink, but if you are going to go to the game, enjoy it. It is what it is. It's been a long season for us, but I will continue making these because I love the Titans, and I love y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. Always tighten up, and I'll see you on the next one.